Hey folks, thought it was time for another greenhouse update because it's going mental. I think the last one I did these tomato plants, such as Gardener's Delight, were at the bench height, which is now way there. So things are really taking off. You can see in behind it there's gherkins growing in the back there that are using the tomatoes as a bit of a support, and cucumbers on the other side. I'll go around and show you those in a second. At the back, we've got golden green tomato, which is the one that's kind of closest to being ready. I think they're probably not far off. They go kind of a yellowy green, but things are starting to really tick along in here, and you can see sets of tomatoes forming on this down through the bottom there. Now, all underneath here is what I'm really hoping to see is right through this area over here and then underneath the tomatoes against the window over there, we've got turmeric corms planted there. So I'm hoping to see those start popping up soon. They're all through this area here as well, and well, they just haven't started popping yet. Right down the other end there, there's a ginger popping up, which actually I assumed was going to come later, but anyway. So the tomatoes are going berserk and really filling up the greenhouse. So are the cucumbers. So that's all cool. Up here, we've got lavender plants. Now, most of these, so there's an alyssum that seems to have made it into the pot. These have been pulled up from the cracks in the tiles in our courtyard. So, it's pretty good output from a courtyard-grown plant. Shit. Anyway, alyssum and lavender and rocket have seeded really well and have grown well in the courtyard. I'm still going with a whole bunch of tomatoes. I've got a ton more of these inside. I'll do a separate video of that. But these are all just sitting in water and just starting to form roots. You can see the white knobbly bits hopefully on that photo. They just start forming roots and they'll drop roots into that water and I can plant them up. Down the back, we've got another row of cucumbers and gherkins. We've got savoury and basil and rocket and things planted in amongst them here, but just starting to take off. They're a wee bit slower down this end because it doesn't get as much light. Our basil bin is doing really well. We're harvesting this every day now for salads. Hopefully we'll start making pesto really soon. We're just finishing the last of our pesto from last year. Up the front, more tomatoes. This is Tangelo. This is my favourite from last year. I think I had a single truss of tomatoes that had 46 tomatoes on it. I haven't got any big ones like that yet. But as the plants get going, they put out these massive branching trusses on them. There's a few laterals on here I need to get rid of because they're going to make the plant go a bit unruly. But I don't know that I can avoid that. It's a pretty vigorous growing plant. Up in this corner, again, we've got some cucumbers. These ones are a wee bit slow getting going. Chilies, this is just a Thai chili. Actually, it looks more like Tabasco to me, but we'll see how it turns out. That is Tabasco growing here, but no fruit, no flowers yet on this one, so I'm not sure why that is. Now this one, on the other hand, this is Chili Asian Fire, and you can see the chilies forming on here. There are a ton of chilies there, so really looking forward to that. We've got what's this one? It's jalapeno, and again, lots and lots of flowers on here, so it's they're coming along. Behind that, we've got another tomato, San Manzano, another couple of Tangelas, I think they are here, and another couple of Gardener's Delights there. So they really come up. They'll produce though right through to the autumn, so that's cool. And we've also got a couple of eggplants. So that's just your normal dark aubergine. And this one is a long purple one apparently, and it's got tons of flowers on it. So really hopeful we'll do really well. Oh, there's a worm up on the leaf for some reason. But we always have little bug protection in here. See this little spider sitting on the leaf. I'm assuming he's eating a few aphids and things, because there are aphids around. I can see one down here on this basil. So hopefully things just even out. I said the cucumbers are going for it in the corner, and you can see they're all just hanging underneath here. You can see them down through the back in there as well. there are a ton coming along as well. If you look further up in the bush, you can see them. And there are flowers all the way up the vine up to my head height, which is 6 foot. So along this wall we've got peppers. So Mamma Mia Rossa here, no fruit on it yet, but it's flowering nicely and it's growing really fast. And Marconi on the left there. We've got a couple of nice Marconis coming along here. They look cool. Nice sweet pepper apparently. And then Dolce in the middle here. So you can see down this side, sorry, here's another cucumber here as well. So slightly different type. It's slightly spiky on the outside. And again, a ton of flowers if you follow the vines up. So we're going to get overwhelmed with cucumbers. Again, under here, turmeric plants. So really looking, it should come along at some point. We're almost at the point of not having any on this table too. I've just got a few stragglers here, caraway, that just don't seem to come up. There's a couple of little seeds here. I'm not sure that it'll focus properly on that, sorry. That are just starting to turn and I can see the seeds moving. There's some lettuces to go out. We'll always be doing lettuces right through the summer. And then I'm trying to get cayenne, goji and Tabasco growing in here as well. So, so far it's only one Tabasco plant popping up. There's a few straggling tomato plants that I think we'll just probably dot out and about and get them going. But otherwise it's pretty much just a few herbs and bits and bobs that we'll plant out in the next few weeks and clear off this table. Time for a different phase of greenhouse. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the moment. Things are going crazy, as you can see. Tons and tons of growth, having to water fairly heavily now to keep everything happy, and everything's just going bonkers. Good fun to be in the greenhouse. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you're keen on following what we're doing in our journey here to be more self-sufficient, to eat great food that makes us healthy, then please subscribe to the channel, like my posts. We're at Lighthouse Urban Food Forest on Facebook, on Instagram and on YouTube. So look forward to hearing from you. Have a good one. Cheers.